Eric DeVries with Real Time CPAs, and in about 5 minutes, I'm going to find out if we're a good fit or not. So it's 3 easy steps and 3 easy questions. The first step is time, right? So how old are you? Great, easy. And how long have you been practicing dentistry? Super easy. Got those 2 numbers. Moving on to the second step is, where do you want to go? Okay. Every doctor wants to retire clinically at some point. You can only do so much dentistry before you get tired or burned out. So where are you? Like, how much do you have left in your tank? Do you have 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? Are you just starting out? Where are you? So we figure out how long you've got left to work your magical clinical years. The second piece to that is, well, what do you want to have accomplished at that magical time of retirement? So what does that mean? At the end of the day, when we pay off all your debts, what's left? What do you have? Cash, checking, savings, stock portfolio, 401k, liquidity. What do we have money-wise to start your next life? Okay, so that's the retirement side. The third step is, what are we working with right now? So far, year to date, if I looked at your checkbook, your credit cards, your stock portfolio, what do we got? If I wiped out all your debts, is there any money left over, number one? And if there is, how much? Okay, so that's it. Those are the 3 easy steps. Time is your age. Number 2, where do you want to go? And number 3, where are we starting from? Okay, so we've got that. Now I'm going to ask you 3 questions to figure out if we could be a client. So the first one is, do you have a plan? Okay, how are you going to get there? So you told me that this is how much you've got saved right now. This is your net worth today. This is your net worth in the future. This is where you want to go. Okay, so that's where you want to go. How are you going to get there? Is it mapped out year over year? If I do this, if I do that, if I do this, it's going to work. I'm going to get there. It's called a plan. Okay, so number 1, do you have a plan? Great. So the second question is, who's monitoring that plan? Like, are you looking at that? Who's looking at that? Who's your COO? Who's your CEO? Who's your CFO? Who are you collaborating with to make sure that that plan is on track? And you better not answer you to all of those questions, especially if you don't have a plan. Because if you are trying to do all of it and you don't even have a plan, that's not a business. That's just a job. So you're really in trouble if you're trying to do everything. So who's holding you accountable is number 2. Who's your team? And the last one is, how important is this to you? You told me that you're here, okay, today, and you want to be here when you retire clinically. And I asked you, do you have a plan? And are you monitoring the plan? And then the third question is, how important is it? If it's not that important, if you just kind of want to cruise through life, then we're not going to be a fit at all. If you tell me, Eric, I want this, it's important to me, well, okay, I get it. But if you tell me, Eric, it's really important to me, well, then we're definitely going to be a client. So what does that mean, importance? So the easy question, or one of the ways to look at that, is energy follows focus. So there's a story about a board on the ground. If you were to walk across a board on the ground, I give you $20 to walk across that board. You do it, no problem. It's $20. I just got to walk across the board, no big deal. If I took that same board and put it between 2 buildings that are 20 stories in the air with no net underneath it, for $20, you're not going to walk across that. It's not that important to you. If we put a child or a loved one on the other side of a burning building and you have 5 seconds to get that kid and bring them back, otherwise they're going to perish, you're going to be walking across that board no matter how much money I give you. It's the same board, whether it's on the ground, up in the air, or trying to rescue a kid. It's the same board. It's the same thing. The only thing that changed is how bad do you want it? How important is it to you, right? So use the same philosophy with your retirement goals. How important is it for you to reach those goals? Is it not really that important, no big deal? Or is it really important, I need to have this happen for me to start my next life? That's it. It comes down to how important is it. If it's super important, we're your people. That's what we do. We identify your dreams and goals financially to get you into that second life. Then we build the plan year by year to show you if you're on track or not on track. And then we monitor it. We hold you accountable. Month over month, year over year, we're watching that plan, adjusting it as we need. So when we hit that magical moment, there's no regret. You knew all the way along how to get that goal, and we're going to get that goal. But it really comes down to you. It's not us, it's you. You got to want it, and it's how bad you want it. So That's it right there, 5 minutes. If you really want it, give us a call. If you just sort of want it, maybe. If you don't really care, don't call us. All right, thank you. Have a great day.